Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. And Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashatara Sata Sri Srimati Bhagavatas A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashatara Sata Sri Srimati Bhagavatas Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय यमुना माई की जय श्रीमती तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय श्री श्री गौनिताई की जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा बलदेव की जय गौरा प्रेमानंदी all glories to the Samadhivatis, all glories to the Samadhivatis, all glories to the Samadhivatis, all glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasabhutade, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pacharine, Nirvesesha Sunyavadi Pastyata Ridatarine, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Sri Sri Gonitai Ki Jai, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Ki Jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baladev Ki Jai. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Skanda, 25th chapter, sloka number 20. Yadrichaya agatam tatra dadarsha pramada uttamam mrityayi dasabihi ayantim eka sata nayakai yadrichaya gatam tatra dadarsha pramaduttamam mrityayi dasabirayantim eka satanayakai yadrichaya gatam tatra dadarsha pramaduttamam Bhutyaye dasabirayantim ekaika satanayakaye yadritchaya gatam tatra dadarshta pramadottamam Bhutyaye dasabirayantim ekaika satanayakaye. Any Vaishnavis? Yadrichaya, all of a sudden, without engagement, Agatam arrived. Tatra, there, Dadarsha, he saw Pramada, one woman, Uttamam, very beautiful, Bhutyayi, surrounded by servants, Dasabihi, 10, Ayantim, coming forward, Eka Eka, each one of them, Sata, of hundreds, Nayakayi, the leaders. Translation: while wandering here and there in that wonderful garden, King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Please repeat. While wandering here and there in that wonderful garden, King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. The body has already been compared to a beautiful garden. During youth, the sex impulse is awakened, and the intelligence, according to one's imagination, is prone to contact the opposite sex. In youth, a man or woman is in search of the opposite sex by intelligence or imagination, if not directly. The intelligence influences the mind, and the mind controls the 10 senses. 5 of these senses gather knowledge, and 5 work directly. Each sense has many desires to be fulfilled. This is the position of the body and the owner of the body, Puranjana, who is within the body. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Sarakaya Chakchuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vidantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Paramami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narada Muni is describing the story of King Puranjana to King Prachinabarishat, and he is not directly addressing King Prachinabarishat to give him a class, not directly. Why you are doing this? Don't do that. No, this is a waste of time. Where will you go afterwards? Going to heaven is useless. He is not talking like this directly because he is careful that the king should not be offended in any manner and taking in the wrong manner. So he is using an allegory. And in this allegory, King Prachinabarishat will have to understand that the story narrated by Narada Muni is for his own benefit. He has to understand the lesson out of that using his intelligence and sense of discrimination. And so it is a very interesting way of preaching that Narada Muni is using. Sometimes also, I think that brahmacharis who are going to places where Krishna consciousness is somewhat outside the curriculum, it is not part of the curriculum, and those who are attended these colleges may not be so much inclined to hear anything about this. But they have to get the message, and the message is conveyed to them by way of allegory. Also, it can be done like that, following the footsteps of Narada Muni. So what Narada Muni already has explained is that he has described a beautiful city which is on the southern side of the Himalayas, and it is very wonderful. And outside the city, there is also a very wonderful place which is not so noisy and busy like the center of the city. Just like here in Hyderabad is a very busy place. But if you go a little outside, then you may find some beautiful spots. People go there during weekends, Saturday, Sunday, just to give some relief from their week-long hard work at the office and in the middle of the traffic. So they go to these wonderful places, as described here by Narada Muni. Just outside the city, there is a waterfall, and the water is falling down and carried by the wind, by the cool wind, and it is very refreshing, and the beautiful surroundings of trees and plants and flowers, and the beautiful birds also coming. The birds are not going to city, too much disturbance. They cannot get any peace there. So they come to such a place where it is a very peaceful condition. So the whole atmosphere is very beautiful, peaceful, and agreeable to the senses. The sense of sight, the sense of smell, the sense of hearing, and even food may be also available. Fruits are there. We can eat nicely without any disturbance. These places, just like in Hyderabad, the municipality is very also conscious that the inhabitants need some relief. And the municipality maintains some garden, just like we have here in Nampally, garden, public garden, and then NTR Garden, and then there's a tank band around the Hussain Sagar. Earlier, Hussain Sagar was so beautiful, and the water was so pure that it was a source of drinking water for the Hyderabad inhabitants. Now it is polluted, unfortunately. It is very difficult to maintain such places. Even the Nampali garden, that also become a dirty place. But the municipality in charge of the city is certainly conscious that there is need for such places where people can relax and enjoy the place without any disturbance. Srila Prabhupada also, when he was here in Hyderabad, he used to ask us, where is a beautiful place where we can have a walk, morning walk? So at that time in 1976, as he was staying here in this temple, then in the morning we used to go to public garden, which is half a kilometer away, and Prabhupada used to appreciate this beautiful public garden in the middle of the city. So it is not that Prabhupada is also like a materialistic people. Materialistic people need some relief. But Srila Prabhupada had a different idea. As a pure devotee, he is not concerned whether this place is beautiful, ugly, or no, any quality. In the material world, Prabhupada is also ready to go to hell in order to preach. So Prabhupada's idea was to go to such places and to speak Krishna Katha, to have some special guests, just like there's a photo of a special guest in a public garden. The High Court Judge of Andhra Pradesh was present, Mr. Ramarao, and he used to have conversation with Srila Prabhupada. So that was very interesting. And so that was the idea that Prabhupada had. Let us go to such places which are peaceful. Just like how did he start the Hare Krishna movement in America? Going from this 26 2nd Avenue, very busy place, storefront, and going by foot to Tompkins Square Park. And there, chant Hare Krishna, have a kirtan. And those people were there. Why they go to Tompkins Square? This young generation, they go there just to spend time, time pass. They bring maybe they bring their girlfriends and other friends, and they sit down and just cool down before again entering to the middle of the city. They want to have a good time there. So Prabhupada chose also that place and have a kirtan. And this kirtan became an attraction for this young generation. And gradually, people became more and more interested in larger and larger number. And this is how the Hare Krishna movement developed, by going to such a beautiful place and have a kirtan. So here also, we could have, just like Vishwakirti Prabhu is going every day. So I don't know if he's going to these public gardens, but that is also some idea. Monday he goes, public garden, very good. Sunday. Sunday, more people here may be inclined to visit public garden to relax. Later on, after discussing a little bit, we'll spend some time also discussing about the glories of the holy name. That is also part of the discussion for the next few days. So this wonderful park is described by Narada Muni, and from here, people may sometimes go to Nagarjuna Sagar, which is maybe 1 hour from here by car. And what is there? They see also waterfall, just like here the description was given. Waterfall. It is somewhat attractive, for it is cooling the mind. People like to sit down and for half an hour, 1 hour, they'll just watch the waterfall. And they will not think of anything else. They will just enjoy the sight, the sound, water falling, and these sparks, these drops of water coming, carried by the wind. They'll get a refreshment and so on. So this is very wonderful description by now, which is, he was talking like this many thousands of years ago, but even now today also, the same propensity is there. There's somebody may go to America when he comes back. So people are asking, did you go to Niagara Falls? Did you go there? No, I didn't go. I didn't have time. Oh, you have wasted your travel. Wasted. Useless. You should have gone there, Niagara Falls. So beautiful. Did you go to Disneyland? No, I didn't go to Disneyland. Oh, your travel is wasted. Like here we see that in this garden, the animals are not aggressive. Just like here we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going to the forest of Jharikanda, chanting Hare Krishna to the people. People means animals, no problem. Animals also, living entities, they also get benefit hearing the sound vibration of Hare Krishna. And these animals were coming to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they're so happy. They forget their enmity between the wolf, between the fox and the lions and the tigers and the other small living entities. They forget all that and simply enjoy the sound vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That sound vibration is so wonderful. It is not a material vibration. It is coming from the spiritual sky. And it has the capacity to completely subdue our material propensities. So that is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go to this forest, not with the intention to enjoy the forest, although he is the proprietor, Lord Chaitanya, he is the proprietor, he is the enjoyer of the forest, but to spread the Sankirtan movement. That was the idea everywhere. So we shall come back again to the glories of the holy name in a few minutes. And then in the meantime, explaining what Narada Muni is trying to tell King Parchinabarishat. So the body is compared to this beautiful garden. And now, in this sloka, Narada Muni is telling that King Puranjana sees in that garden a beautiful woman, a young woman coming. She is looking very innocent and without any special aim. She just walks like this here and there, and without any special desire to go here and there. She's just walking. So the King Puranjana is surprised to see a beautiful woman like this. And later on, it will be described that he is stopping. Please hear from me. What is your name, from where you are going, who is your father, and so on. So he is going to ask some questions in this way, making some type of friendship with her. So now this is the first sloka describing the encounter, beginning of the encounter between King Puranjana and this beautiful woman. So in the allegory, this beautiful woman is considered to be the intelligence. Intelligence is very beautiful, and it is also very young, and it is having a capacity to have a great potency to engage in many activities and to please the living entity. So that is according to this allegory, this beautiful woman is the intelligence, as described here. This intelligence of this beautiful woman has 10 servants, surrounded by 10 servants. What are these 10 servants, as explained by Srila Prabhupada in the purport? These are the 10 senses. So the woman is the intelligence, and under the intelligence, you have the 10 senses, 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. And the intelligence is governing these 10 senses. And next to intelligence is the mind. The mind is captured by the activities of the senses. Intelligence is above the mind. What is the difference between mind and intelligence? Some time back I was mentioning, remembering Achyutananda Swami's lecture, that suppose somebody goes to the top of the building on the 5th floor, on the terrace, and he's going here and there on the terrace, and he goes to the edge, and he sees down. The mind will tell him, now you jump. But the intelligence will tell, no, don't jump. That is the difference between mind and intelligence. The mind is crazy. It simply does not consider anything, any danger, anything that may happen. No. She's just after, mind is after sensation, whatever it may be, without seeing the consequences. But the intelligence is the power of discrimination. No, this will have a very dangerous consequence. Don't jump. That is the difference. So the intelligence should be cultivated, should be educated. Young children go to school. That should be for the purpose of educating the intelligence through knowledge, and they should know what to do and what should not be done. Otherwise, they'll remain asuras. Pravritimcha nivritimcha jana navidura asura. The asuras, they do not know what to do, what not to do. They have no idea. They just follow their mind without understanding the consequences. So the intelligent person is one who is educated, and in this way, the settled body has been described. But then also, the 10 servants, each one of them has hundreds of wives accompanying each servant. So there again, I remember Achyutananda Swami's lecture describing the conditioned soul. Conditioned soul who is not master of the senses. What will be the situation? He is describing this in a similar manner. He has 5 wives. And these wives, each one takes the living entity. This way, come this way, this way, this way. No, come this way, this way. Each wife is dragging, pulling that living entity here and there in 5 different directions. So one direction is to please the tongue, sense of taste. One direction is where to please the sense of hearing, where to please the sense of seeing, and to a sense of touch and a sense of heat, like this. So cold and heat. So that is a situation for the conditioned soul who doesn't have educated or is under the control of the intelligence. No, the mind is controlling such a person. So he's certainly doomed. That is a situation of ordinary conditioned souls. But those who are educated, they'll be able to conduct themselves properly with a controlled sense and mind. This teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna is also directed in the same manner, directly, without any allegory in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna directly tells the same teachings to Arjuna. Matras parshastu kanteya, sitoshna sukha dukkadaha, agama paino nityas tan titikshasva bharata. One should develop titiksha, that is equanimity in happiness and distress. So if you look at the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, from the very beginning, Arjuna is taught how to control these senses and mind. Sloka 14. O Samakunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons, heat and cold, cold and heat. They arise from sense perception or science or bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So matra sparsha, sense perception. The senses are in contact with the objects of the senses. That is how nature is made. A wonderful arrangement of Lord Krishna constructing the material world. It is not haphazard. It is not a random conglomeration of elements, no, without any connection, without any sense, without any connectivity. There is a definite plan in the creation of the Lord. That is and the plan is very well seen between, if we analyze the connection between the senses and the objects of the senses. Sense of touch with a nice, soft and warm surface, and a sense of hearing, beautiful music, sense of tasting, wonderful foodstuffs, and so on. Each sense that we have is in contact with the object, and the mind is accustomed, and the mind knows what is good and what is bad, what is pleasurable and what is distressing. So in this way, the mind and the intelligence will guide the living entity in this manner in the material world. So in the Bhagavad Gita, this description is given, and then even later on, Lord Krishna says that everything in nature, I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer. Not only things, but also the properties. Everything, every element has its own property. Just like Lord Krishna says, Shabdake, I am the sound in ether. So Krishna he has already mentioned he is ether. What is that? Narovayukam manovadhurevacha. Bhumi rapo narovayukam manovadbuddhirevacha. Ahankara iti amme bhinna prakriti vastada. So Lord Krishna already mentioned, I am the proprietor of all these elements. But that is not the end of it. Krishna is the proprietor of these properties, so-called properties. Like when Pularadi was telling Prabhupada, this property is not my property. It is Krishna's property. So I'm giving you, belongs to Krishna, so I'm giving back to Krishna, not my property. So the things, elements of nature, don't have property. Every property, every propensity belongs to Krishna. Sabdake, I am the sound in ether. The sound does not belong to ether. It belongs to Krishna. Then, what is that? Rasoham apsu kanteya. Oh Arjuna, this rasaha, apsu, in water. I am that. I am the taste in water. That taste does not belong to water, it belongs to me. I am that taste. Similarly, everything else, everything belongs to Krishna, all the properties. And everything is directed in such a wonderful manner that nothing in this world will be without any objective or without any property, useless. Nothing is useless. Just to mention the theologian from the Catholic community, very famous, Saint Thomas, I think from 14th century. He gave a whole book. In that book, some theological some that God can be accepted on the basis of three considerations. The first one is he gives three proofs of the existence of God. First one being the cosmological proof. Cosmological means that nothing is coming by chance. Everything is created. The creation is not coming out of just some combination of elements just by chance. It is created by a great personality of Godhead. That is the proof of God. God exists, we understand, because the world is there. And it's such a wonderful world. Only those who are completely bereft of sense, they will think that everything is by chance. This is a nonsense proposition. So cosmological proof, that is number one. Second proof, teleological proof of the existence of God. Teleological means that nothing is useless. Everything is created by God, number one. And second, everything has a purpose. Everything has a use. Some purpose which is defined and established also by the personality of God himself. Nothing is useless. Teleological proof of the existence of God. And the third aspect, ontological proof of the existence of God. Because I have the idea of God, and many others also have the idea of God. Therefore, God exists. That is the proof. It has come to my mind, it has come to my intelligence. Therefore, this is the reality. God exists. That is the ontological proof. So anyway, already a lot of time already gone. So all beauty comes from Krishna. Those who are so much fatigued, they are tired of living in the city. They go to the countryside. They may spend 1 day, 2 days, or maybe 1 month during their vacation. Just I remember when I was young and my family, we had 2 months holiday, July, August. So what to do? We don't stay at home. Father is taking the car, and all of us, Cello, let's go to the seashore and go to Brittany, enjoy, rent some house there, and spend time on the seashore. There we had a boat. We go to some nearby island, and we enjoy the sea, the seashore, and the sunlight, and enjoying in the sand, playing beach volleyball, and so on. Different types of games. So this is the materialistic view of a beautiful spot. Let us enjoy it. But the devotees of the Lord, they know, they have understood, especially from Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes all the beautiful aspects of nature and the powerful aspects of nature. Then Lord Krishna says that yad yada charati seshta, yad yad vibhutimat sattvam srimad urjitam evava tattad eva vagachatvam mama te jomsa sambhavam. Whatever is beautiful, whatever is powerful in this world is just a small spark of my splendor. So this is the teaching that we have to accept and realize. As Prabhupada was going to beautiful places, but he was not thinking, let me enjoy this place. He was thinking that this place is Lord Krishna's place. The sun is there. The sunlight is Krishna's effulgence. The moonlight is there. That is also the effulgence of Lord Krishna. The ocean is there. This is also the property of Lord Krishna. Everything. Why does the ocean remain in a fixed position, hardly moving a few yards this way, few yards this way? Why the ocean is so vast and so powerful? Why the ocean is not going inside the city, submerging everything? No, because this is Krishna's order. He told the ocean, don't cross this limit. Similarly, Lord Krishna tells the wind, what is the power of the wind? The wind is blowing because of Krishna's instruction. So everything is done under Krishna's instruction. Everything beautiful is beauty of Krishna. It is a reflection of his beauty, a small spark of his splendor. So what to speak of the spiritual sky, which we have not seen? How wonderful, how beautiful it will be. So in this way, we can appreciate the beauties of this world, not being materially attached, because we have to keep control of the senses. This beauty is just meeting sense objects. We have to be equiposed. But a person who has developed spiritual knowledge, he'll be in ecstasy everywhere seeing Lord Krishna's presence. Lord Krishna is everywhere. That is the joy, wonderful happiness of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Once Srila Prabhupada and his disciples had a walk in the Los Angeles beach on the ocean shore, and one disciple told Prabhupada, "Oh, Prabhupada, this is a very wonderful place. See how beautiful the sunlight and the ocean and the beach. Now everything is so wonderful." So Prabhupada answered to this, and Prabhupada's teaching to this disciple who was enamored, allured by the beauty of this wonderful place, Lord Srila Prabhupada told, if you like this place so much, if you are so much attracted by this place, you can come every verse after verse. You can come here and enjoy the place. If you like it so much, yes, you can come verse after verse. So the pure devotee is not so ignorant. He knows very well that the destination should be the spiritual world, not this material world. However, it may be beautiful. Beauty belongs to Krishna. That is the lesson of today's verse. Then, regarding the glories of the holy name, this is an unlimited subject matter because the holy name is non-different from Krishna. So I am not capable to describe the glories of the holy name. I'll just mention a few things. The holy name of the Lord is especially in Kali Yuga given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the method by which we can achieve perfection. Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Throughout the Vedic literature, the glories of the holy name has been mentioned and described, but especially in Kali Yuga. This is the only method which is can give us perfection. All other methods, meditation, and even yagyas, even deity worship is also difficult to maintain. But the holy name of the Lord, if it is done properly, then that will give us perfection. Deity worship, Jiva Goswami has mentioned that even though deity worship may be still performed, it must be accompanied by Harinam Sankirtan, so that it will be perfect in that sense. So, Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Ivaikevalam, Kalao Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyata. So much emphasis and given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the most merciful Lord Krishna himself, coming to the Kali Yuga to spread the Sankirtan movement by which we can achieve love of Godhead. This is the fifth dimension. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Prema, Krishna Prema. That is given by the Harinam Sankirtan. And we can see how the Harinam Sankirtan is attractive to everyone. I'll just give one example of this. The first one to come to Hyderabad is Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami in 1971. At that time, there was no ISKCON here, but he came with a group of disciples, just like Banu Swami and some others. Some photo is there. He met the governor of Andhra Pradesh. So during his stay here in Hyderabad, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami contacted one friend in Hyderabad because in Calcutta, Birla family, they were very good friends of ISKCON, and they had some factory here in Sanat Nagar in the industrial estate. That factory was manufacturing asbestos. Asbestos means this type of material which is used for roof and other things. Asbestos factory. So it's a well-known factory, and Tamal Krishna Goswami phoned to the manager. So he told the manager, we have come here. We would like to have a kirtan in your factory. Oh, very good. Thank you very much for coming. Please come. You can come now. Today is now 19. You come after 5 days. Now come on 24. We'll be very happy to have your visit. You'll have a Sankirtan will invite all the workers. Everybody will attend your kirtan session. We'll be very happy. Thank you very much. So the program was fixed. 2 days after, the manager is phoning to Tamal Krishna Goswami, telling him that, oh, very sorry, very sorry. Our workers went on a strike. Very unfortunate. And nobody is attending the factory. They are not coming to attend. They are on a strike. So what to do? So your program, unfortunately, your program can be cancelled. So Tamal Krishna Goswami said, no. You keep the program as it is. Now you call the head of the workers' union and you tell him that we'll have a kirtan on 24th. So please, all of you, please come for the kirtan. So that the union manager, workers' union, he told everyone, and they were interested also to hear the kirtan. And they all came to the factory, and the kirtan went on, the program went on wonderfully. Everybody was so happy. And the program was very successful in this way. Everybody was happy. And then, again, what happened next? After 2 days, the manager is again speaking to Tamal Krishna Goswami. He is telling him that your program was so wonderful, the effect was so wonderful that the workers have canceled the strike. They are coming to the factory again. Everything is peacefully settled. That is the effect of your Sankirtan. And Tamal Krishna Goswami informed Srila Prabhupada about this. And Prabhupada was very happy to hear about this successful kirtan. And he told, whatever factories are there, you can have all these programs in all the factories. There's a preaching for the mass, preaching for the class. This is one type of class of preaching. Having kirtan in such designated, some special places, just like we can have kirtan in a jail. We can have kirtan in the MLA quarters, as we had previously. MLA quarters for the MLAs. These are special places where we can have kirtan in the colleges, schools, and so on. So these special places, and the effect will be wonderful as always. So Harinam Sankirtan, this is how the Hare Krishna movement has been established by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya instructed Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, you go to every household that you come to every house and you tell the householder, please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the chanting of the Hare Krishna movement. Started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and developed by all the successors of Lord Chaitanya and all the acharyas they have developed. And Prithiviti Achayat, Nagaradi Gram, Sarvata Prachar, Hoibe Mornam. Specific instruction of Lord Chaitanya, everywhere the Harinam Sankirtan, the holy name should be sung, should be heard. When some of the Prabhupada's God brothers, they were thinking that this is Chaitanya Charitamrita is sometimes like a poetical book, poetical exaggeration. So they didn't pay much importance to this. How is it possible to preach everywhere, every town and village of the world? This is just some way of expressing some feeling from the heart. But practically speaking, it cannot be done. That is how they understood it. It is only Srila Prabhupada who took up this instruction that he had received also from his spiritual master to preach the holy name of the Lord in every town and village. So this is, we could also expand more about the glories of the holy name, but now the time is already up. Any questions or comments on this? Pardon? He came to Hyderabad in 1971. He had programs in the Mahbub College in Secunderabad. I think you may know about the episode. There's some episode also that took place in Mahbub College, Secunderabad, related to the holy name. Yes. So after having kirtan, Tamal Krishna Goswami explained the meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare, oh Radharani, Krishna, oh Krishna, in this way, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Then he said, Hare Rama. Rama also means Krishna, because Rama means the enjoyer. So Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, we understand. Krishna, Rama also means Krishna. And in this way he spoke, but in the audience, one person did not accept this statement. He said, Swamiji, what is this? Why you are telling that Rama means Krishna? You don't have faith in Rama, Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra? Why you are telling Ramachandra is, you don't accept Lord Ramachandra? And so Tamal Krishna Goswami became adamant, somewhat adamant. He said, no, this is Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, also that is Hare Krishna. So in this way, program went like that. But in the next day newspaper, there was in the reader's column some article, smart article. And the title was this Hare Krishna people. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. They don't know who is Lord Rama, who is Lord Krishna in this way. Unfavorable article. So when Prabhupada also came to know about this, he told Tamal Krishna Goswami that, you see, you have done a mistake. Of course, you are preaching. That is not a mistake. But why did you insist so much? See, according to the audience also, you have to understand whether the audience will accept or whether they will revolt, they will say no. So you should consider. According to Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the names of Godhead have equal potency. Krishna, Rama, Varaha, all these names of Lord Vishnu have equal potency. So you should not have been so much adamant in this way. In this way, Lord Srila Prabhupada instructed Tamal Krishna Goswami. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai.